stability. I guess that was the issue in last game, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So
they all seem very surprised, so I don't think it's like a common thing that's been happening for C.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, you're right. They were getting upset about it too. They were getting really upset. Like, we can't play like this. This is bad. We need to do something. And if this was a common occurrence, you would think that they would say, okay, let's try to wait it out or something.
yeah.
No, they're going to get back into it. And
So we'll see if anyone mixes up their lanes. Doesn't look like they will.
There were some demands being made by one of these teams in the lobby. Give us
I didn't
3
see any
bounty
admin
runes.
agreements.
No, he just said waiting on Mineski, going. That was pretty much what the admin said, but that's fine. You know, just treat it like the game didn't actually start. I think if they want to do, I'd be surprised if we saw that. I know it's kind of a bummer, but whatever. It's the first minute of the game. Who cares, right? It sucks if you got like 3 bounties, but whatever.
Yeah, everyone's mixing up their wards, but they are guessing the wards here.
Yeah.
And they're quite right.
Yeah. They pinged both sets of wards, actually. They pinged the top wards, too. I believe it was their pings, I'm pretty sure, coming in from the Omni Knight. So that would be huge if they can get both dire wards. Nice Obs ward in lane by Boombox. Wasn't spotted by Ranging Potato. At least I don't think he was. Might have been, actually. All right. So, yeah, the lane setup is exactly as it was last game with Skylark and Yol in the top lane with the Jakiro. It's the bottom, of course, coming in for the Naga and the Slark. Slark's in a really good spot right now. Jenkins was telling me about how all of these changes added up to actually him having a better laning phase than he had previously. Of course, Treads being better, having the mangoes with the regen that way. He might even find a kill on this Nyx Assassin. Split Earth was avoided. Nah, there's no way. They just wanted some mess and shift stacks, and then they're going to back up.
All right, finally.
Well,
I've been waiting 40 minutes at this point. But it's time for us to
really?
begin.
Has it been that long?
Well, it's been that long since the match itself started. So I'm not counting the draft time.
That kind of flew by. Yeah, I guess the draft is the thing that takes the longest in those situations. It was pretty brutal. I could have gone on an anime tangent, but I don't think that would have helped anybody, and I think you probably would have killed yourself, so.
Yeah, probably. So.
Man, I didn't know you were such an anime hater. That's kind of depressing, but.
What? I just don't know anything about it.
Okay, good. I mean, it's fine if you don't know anything about it and you're not a hater. You know, there's some real big haters out there that absolutely despise it, and I don't know why. I just don't understand.
I just don't understand.
I don't get it, man. Like Grant and Charlie. Oh, I hate anime. Oh.
No.
Yeah, that's how they sound, by the way.
Yeah, I got that. Really good.
Anyway, we got some battling happening. As Kunkka is running down Gabby. That's the thing about Kunkka. You get the cleave off the creeps. Avoid the armor from the DK. It's one way to kind of just destroy him. Scamberloo. He has got his strength morph. Strength ability shift. Attribute shift, excuse me. And he will stay alive. But this is already a lot of pressure. Level 1 Liquid Fire, level 1 Dual Breath. Morphling might be sitting at low HP for the rest of the game. And it's good Radiant farm. They have DK getting farmed. They have Skylark getting farmed. Everybody's getting farmed. The Slark is a little bit lower than everybody else. But I'm curious if they will eventually rotate the Naga top with Ensnare and like Riptide. And if they can get a kill. Or if they rotate the Jakiro bottom. Or if they're just going to keep the lanes like this. And for how long will they do it? And Boombox finds a double damage room. That's going to be kind of trouble for Titans. Actually, is this a Nyx? The Nyx is getting decent farm. 10 last hits for him.
Although it's very difficult to transfer like gold on Nyx Assassin really into a much better performance. Like you can get Blink and I mean I think that your best items when you're getting a lot of gold early is honestly just like drums and things that just let you like keep playing fast.
Yeah.
Because the hero itself just wants 6 and then just wants to, you know, you can get plenty of kills without any items.
Yeah.
Which is kind of why I think he's moved more into the 4 role lately.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, you could always go for something like a Midas. I don't think that's a great idea also in this game, considering who they're up against too and how fast they'll probably lose their towers. But that's something he could spend the money on if he does get enough. But yeah, getting an early blink is going to be critical for him. Meanwhile, Telekinesis stop. Yol getting run out. Purification. The dual breath on Rior. Rior has a Fairy Fire, and Skylark doesn't want to dive. It's a little too squishy. He's going to take his tangos out of his backpack. Skemberloo went for a waveform. Couldn't quite find the kill. Just trying to apply pressure. And speaking of which, they're doing the same on the Ajit bottom, but I don't think there's going to be a kill on either side. Exciting stuff. Just farming. And it is actually pretty even. 5 denies. So Gabby, obviously a great mid player. Top lane, Skylark is dead. He's a tango. Maybe he's not dead. I spoke too soon. I thought they would chase harder than that, but Skylark with boots is really fast. He had like 100 HP. They needed 2 auto attacks on him. They couldn't find it. He gets away through the trees. They didn't have that much HP from Morphling. I guess that's why they didn't go for the kill. Skemberloo was like sitting at like 10% HP. He said, "Nah, I'm not going to do that."
I don't think James plays a lot of Kunkka. I mean, I literally just looked up his Dota box. I've been watching this mid matchup the entire time.
Okay.
So this is supposed to go better for Kunkka, for sure.
Yes.
The whole point, not necessarily like you're not supposed to completely dumpster in CS or like kill the DK or anything, but the whole point is that you get the bonus damage with the Tidebringer for your denies, right?
Yes.
So like you should be able to do pretty well. Now, mind you, at this point, Gabby is level 3 in the Dragon Breath, so that's understandable. But like he only had like 1 deny in the first like 4 waves, which like takes away a lot of the whole point of picking Kunkka. But yeah.
Maybe it's something he hasn't thought about, or he clearly, if it's going this poorly, or not rather this poorly, but if it's not going the way, it's not going the Kunkka's way, maybe it's just, like you said, something that he isn't really familiar with. There's a good chance that's the case. He does have a lot of last hits now.
So just to clarify, if you have Tidebringer on autocast, you guys, you get the bonus damage on your deny. So it makes it like stupid easy to get denies.
Is that an intended effect? Or
it's been that way like forever.
I guess they just don't want to change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems fine. He's 1 level behind Gabby, so that's actually pretty critical. But Gabby can't really do anything with his level 6 now. That's another good thing is Tidehunter, or rather Kunkka is really good because you keep the waves pushed out pretty quickly. So like you can never really get with well, hold that thought. The Elder Dragon form is going to go anyway, but they had help this time. The Torrent just come out. He doesn't have the Ghost Ship skill. The Fade Bolt, the Ice Path, 1 more auto attack will do it, and it will. It's going to be the kill for Boombox. Rior coming in trying to find Gabby, but he's fine actually. He has 7 stick charges. They're going to keep going, and Snare comes out. Lightning Storm had it hit onto Gabby. That would have been a problem. They do have another Breathe Fire. He gets it off. The Fairy Fire will not save the Rubik's Life, so they'll have to back up together. And Raging Potato, even with that rotation, not enough to actually get any kills there. And Gabby has a great start. That's 2 kills, being involved in, and then of course the last hit, so he's great.
Oh, what overlay do you have on there, Monty?
Do I have the draft one on? Oops, sorry guys. My apologies, everybody. Well, it's we didn't miss anything. This the same overlay, but I was not paying attention.
It was hard to see the gold.
Sorry, guys. Well, now we see it. It's about even. 3-0 for Clutch Gamers. 3 big kills so far. Skemberloo getting pressured top, but he still has plenty of CS. Skylark is right with him. They have the Ensnare up. They might want to go for a heal bomb here. Good waveform. They're going to instead chase elsewhere. Maybe not. They're going to Ice Path Skemberloo. Ensnare comes out. There's the Purification. Good attribute shift. And we'll see how much he can actually heal and get out of this. He's going to keep trying to go for the attribute strength shift, and he actually is just impossible to kill now, I guess. Ice Path does hit. They need a Purification. They couldn't find it. Waveform comes in. The Purification misses, and Boombox is in trouble, and he might fall. The Ensnare coming out, and Skemberloo is making so much space. Boombox still alive. And they need 2 auto attacks. Skemberloo, he's going to get the attribute shift, and it's the Ice Path that somehow gets the kill with, what is it, 50 damage, and somehow it gets it done. Rior now getting chased down. It's going to be maybe 2 for Skylark. Skylark going to have to juke and jive, and Raging Potato cannot find him now. They didn't even kill the Naga Siren, which is impressive. They're thinking about going back in, which is a little aggressive now that Kunkka's here especially. He has the Ghost Ship. He's got to use it. Yol's probably dead, but he might be the only one that dies here. And 2 auto attacks will do it. Skylark almost had the Mango into the Purification, and now he's dead. Save your buddy syndrome, but he's still fine. Here comes the DK. Not quite there in time. He couldn't get off. Well, he didn't have Dragon Tail, so it didn't matter. So he rotates with his Elder Dragon form and doesn't get anything out of it, but still, they had a really good fight for Clutch Gamers overall.
Damn. Man, Yol was like the only reason that I killed the Morphling. That was the second like max range Ice Path that he hit.
It was pretty critical, actually.
Yeah.
The more ridiculous thing was that Skimberloo was able to survive for so long. That was insane. He was almost dead 3 times in a row, and then he somehow survives and makes... The thing is, they didn't get a single kill out of that turnaround. They rotated a lot of heroes. They couldn't even kill the Naga Siren. So all of that time they're running around, they're really not doing anything. They're maybe making space for RR or something, but it didn't really make anything better for the Morphling.
Yeah. But overall, his last hit's net worth not too bad.
Yeah. He's right there with the Slark. Like, he's literally right there.
That's fine.
That's kind of surprising. Ajit, I thought, would have a lot more room to work with. He's only got 34 last hits. He's bet against the Nyx Assassin, who, I don't know, he only has Spike Carapace and Impale, so it's not like he's spamming Mana Burn or something like that. Looks like we have some TeamSpeak / mic issues for Taskus Titans.
That my day started.
Let Trent tell you about what happened earlier. You know where you know there's been some issues, but anyway.
So Ajit's gonna get a Shadow Blade. He's gonna find the Leshrac. He's gonna kill Bimbo.
The Leshrac is going to die.
Yeah, that's pretty much the next big thing I see happening this game. However, once Omni-Knight is level like 7, has I mean, he's already has his phase boots, and now his Soul Ring is just about to be finished as well. That, in combination with the Dragonite, is going to be a lot of tower pressure. You're going to have Slark in the back line, scouting it out, and then they're just pushing in that tower. And then if there's anyone who doesn't TP the tower, and they try and walk in, this is great. They are just going to get annihilated by Slark. So
yes.
I really like the full setup they have from CG.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing during the draft. That just, number one, having the push to work with, and having the Slark Omni-Knight kind of duo that they have together is going to be nice. There is Ghost Ship. There is team fight potential for Taskus Titans, too. It's not like, you know, they can... If they take a fight 5 versus 5, there's a possibility that they can easily win it with a good Ghost Ship, but still, it's tricky.
Yeah, I think it's like kind of what we talked about yesterday, where the idea of your draft just having direction. Like, the Taskus Titans draft, this doesn't mean it's a bad draft, but innately it has no direction. The only thing that this draft has is our Morphling gets really fat.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the draft, you know? And we try and pick people off across the map.
I think it's a good fallback idea. You know, we have this Morphling we can always fall back on, but not having direction in the earlier stages of the game is kind of... It makes things difficult, I think.
Yeah. I don't even know if it makes things difficult, or if it's just like... It's just so much easier when you have direction, you know? Like... You don't need it in a draft, but when you have this Dragonite and he's just like, hey, guys, my ulti's ready. Do you guys want to go push a tower? Oh, yeah, you're really strong. Let's go push a tower. That sounds like a good idea. Like, it lets you do shit.
I mean, they don't even have, like, a Blink hero like a Sand King or something. They have the Nyx Assassin who's fine. He does have Vendetta. Maybe that's the direction they have. I get level 6, which he has now. I have Vendetta. We try to find kills, and we try to take towers off that. And he might actually do it. Skylark, Purification, he's used it. He's dead. Literally, as I mentioned, that RR rotates top and gets a nice kill into Skylark. So maybe that's kind of the direction Taskus Titans were looking for, trying to find that Vendetta and secure a kill.
Yeah, the only problem, like, the way I would look at it is that, yes, they have the ganking of the Nyx, but they don't have, like, the objective follow-up to go with that.
Yeah.
Is the only problem.
You can't really say, hey, let's get this kill and then push a tower. It's just, hey, let's get this kill and then we'll sit mid for 3 minutes. You know?
Yeah.
And that's
we'll
probably
see if there's something else there.
They're going to try it. That's an aggressive gank. The Ice Path comes out, though. There wasn't a ward for the raiding team, but they still saw it coming. It's daytime. That was aggressive. They literally just ran up mid-daytime trying to find a kill with the smoke.
They had a ward here on the high ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just get de-warded.
Well, there is that at least. I got to go run bottom, try to stop Ajit from getting too many shreds.
That was a Radiant ward. My bad. Yeah. The Dire ward's over there.
Yes. Yes. X marks, Ghost Ship, Yol's dead. So he gets a little too aggressive and he dies. But this will give Gabby some room to pop the Elder Dragon form, do some damage to the tower. Shred it a little bit. And now Ryor's getting chased down. Level 5, Skylark, Omni-Knight to level 4, Rubik. Feel like he should have a higher level. Nyx Assassin's almost 7. It's kind of an issue for Skylark, maybe. He did die, so I guess there's that.
Yeah, there was just that, like, instant Nyx rotation and kill you kind of deal.
Oh, Skemberloo's going to steal this guy's bounty rune right from underneath him. Skylark taking the other one. Skemberloo takes a lot of damage. She does have the attribute shift. They need a nice path again. He's hit some pretty godlike ice paths, but that would have been extremely godlike considering he still had waveform up. He's going to TP out. Now mid lane, they're going to find Naga, who is deep in the trees, trying to get some vision behind the tower, maybe trying to place a ward that he currently has in his inventory. Couldn't quite do it. They find a kill. And at least they got the tower, though, for... Did he? Yeah, it wasn't denied. It was taken by Gabby, so he actually got enough room to get that mid-tier 1 tower, which is really good. And now they're going to pressure the tier 1 tower top lane. So there's the upside of the push, the objective taking that the Dire team does not currently have.
Yeah, and they have it twofold, of course, with the double dragon strat here.
Well, is it
triple
a triple
dragon?
It's a triple. I was going to say, I think
right.
it's a triple
triple.
dragon.
You got me.
Well, Song of the Siren coming out from Boombox. The ghost ship now negated. Nothing will happen. Boombox will run. Ajit going to regen with the Shadow Dance. He's going to just TP out. RR walks under a sentry. Boombox close to his tier 1 tower. So not only does the gank fail, but what can they do with this now? It's not like they can maybe try pushing bottom. They did TP out, I suppose.
Oh, Boombox doubled back.
Oh, boy. He is in trouble. Impale, Split Earth, and Lightning Storm together. He has no Naga Song, obviously. He does have 10 stick charges. He will ensnare. He's going to get X marks, and he's dead. He did get off the Riptide. Does a lot of damage, actually, but he will go down. And I think now they can push, finally. They have a siege creep. You know, they TP it out with Ajit. Or maybe not. Okay.
When your Leshrac ferries out 1 Clarity, the Tome, and a TP, and you have Drum sitting at home as the Kunkka.
Oh, God. Does he really? That's pretty triggering.
Really needed that clarity to then TP home, didn't
Listen,
you, Bimbo?
he was like,
couldn't get the TP on the side.
They needed to eat it to get that tower kill. Clearly, that was the key there. They did
Courier
actually
management.
He's just going to X-Marks TP anyways. That's why if you're the Leshrac, you're like, yeah, don't complain. You can X-Marks TP yourself. What are you talking about?
What are you whining about?
Look how special you are. Oh, he is a broadsword. Interesting. He's going to go early Chrysalis, I guess, instead of for the armlet for the Kunkka.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Seems that way.
I'm into it. I'm waiting to see them take a huge team fight or something.
Wow, that was bold.
It happened. I'm watching Yul die.
James went with the freehand torrent. He didn't go for the X. Obviously, because Omni's gonna go for the repel, but he threw the boat and everything. He got him.
That's
knew he'd go for the last.
Did he hit the torrent first, or did he like hit the boat and the torrent like at the same time? How did it work?
Yeah, he like launched the torrent and the boat like in combination, so that
that's
once
pretty
the torrent was up in the
baller.
air.
You know?
Yeah, it was nice.
I'm assuming he does it from fog, so he just is fine, and then the Omni Knight does not expect that to happen.
I mean, the cooldown's so short, like it's not a big deal.
It's almost like the mana is the bigger issue when you don't have any mana regen, you know? It's like,
it's true.
My mana's gone now. I don't care if the cooldown is gone. The mana is the bigger issue. He gets the kill, though, so it makes it look awesome, although I didn't see it, so that awesomeness is diminished, at least on the stream. But anyway, we still have Gabby farming freely. He's kind of just been left to his own devices, finding some towers. The Slark is starting to get a lot more room. He was kind of pressured early on. His Shadow Blade's right around the corner. In the meantime, Jamesy and Bimbo bottom, but they were scanned, I believe, successfully by the Radiant. And now they're actually going to go for some sort of counterplay here with the smoke coming out. And Skylark is baiting as best as possible, but he gets off an amazing repel. And they're going to have to run. They are pretty speedy. They're going to try for the TP. Good split earth. They have an ice path. They've got the song. They've got the song set up. They would have liked to have the ice path with it, but they have the ensnare instead. If they find the Kunkka, doesn't even matter if they get the Leshrac kill. Getting this Kunkka kill is just as big. They're rotating in, though. They've got the Nyx Vid out. He's going to walk into Sentry, and they're going to see him here in a moment. They see him. They see him, but where's the detection? They've got the stun. They've got the ice path. They have the degen. They needed dust. Boombox is going to get caught and killed. He walks too far up, and the rest of the Taskus Titans team come in and clean house. And now Yo's on the run. Skimberloo hitting for a lot of damage now, 130. And, of course, that repel will help him survive against the magic damage, but it's a lot of physical. Here comes the Slark, though. They're going to find Bimbo as they jump in with Ajit. The Pounce comes in with a Dark Pact, max level Dark Pact. And, again, this Leshrac is just going to be food for the Slark, and this is even before they have the Shadow Blade. So they did lose the Naga Siren, but overall, a decent fight for Clutch Gamers.
Yeah, so they got two there, right?
Yes.
The Kunkka and then the Leshrac.
Yeah.
Felt a little panicked at the start. Like, the song caught both and then got canceled almost instantly. Where maybe they could have just, like, relaxed for a second, like, okay, because then, like, the Leshrac almost got away, but then Titans came back in to re-engage. They ended up losing the Naga, but I guess they were
worried about TPs,
too worried about TP rotations coming through, so got made a little bit awkward.
Yeah. It was a little hectic. They probably could have gotten Leshrac. The thing is, they used the ice path, so they didn't have that next setup step, potentially.
Yeah.
Whereas if they have the ice path, they drop that down onto both of them. They get both of those kills. That doesn't happen. And they're happy with the kills. They do lose the Naga again. That's not that big of a deal. He's working at a Spirit Vessel, but Titans are going to rotate in, get aggressive, drop some wards down. Skylark would not be the easiest target to kill, but he is killable. Gabby's pretty tanky as well. He has a Shadow Blade, so he can maybe get out of trouble if they don't have detection, which I'm not sure that they do. They don't,
they
actually.
placed one sentry, but yeah.
They're going to drop this Ghost Ship, but there's the Repel, and Muir is in trouble. The Dark Pact, see you later. Impale almost hits. Had it done so, they might have gotten that kill. Skemberloo is in. There's the GA. It's time to run. Do they have any way of continuing this chase for Clutch Gamers? Jamesy's slowed up. They have an Ice Path? They do, but it's going to be tough. It does hit, but it's just the tail end of it. Now Skemberloo's coming back in. He steals the Omni Knight, so Purification is there. Meanwhile, they're going to find Raging Potato, and again, the support's in trouble. He's not dead yet. The Urn should take him down, though. And Boombox trying to get the kill, but they do turn it around. It's Skylark for that kill onto the Leshrac. They're still chasing. Gabby has his Shadow Blade, looking for James with the Dual Breath, and this is Gabby now finds Rior. He might want to go for this kill instead, and in fact, he will. It comes out of the Shadow Blade, 2 auto attack. Should be enough, and it will be. 3, actually. And Pill does kill this Jakiro, but now they have found another hero in the Morphling. He gets off the Adaptive Strike. It is the Long Stun. And boy, does it work out onto Ajit. The X-Marks comes back in. They've got are kind of locked down with the Dragon Tail on Ensnare. The longest range Ensnare you're ever going to see, but unfortunately, he does get off the Vendetta. So that long range, Nagas Ensnare is not going to do enough. But
oh, what a battle.
Yeah, that was quite the battle.
Get this fight recap up here. 2 for 2, almost even on the gold. Slight experience edge for the Radiant. Just a solid bout in the mid lane. Oh, Nyx is after that courier after he had to use the Vendetta to dodge that net, and he almost found that courier. In fact,
it might actually come
sure.
back. Is it just going to Skylark? Somebody's getting dust.
Oh, all right.
Oh, that's the sentry. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Death by courier, dude. What are you doing?
Not only, they also even, like, shielded the courier. They really didn't want that thing dying. And they're giving the kill to Ajit. They literally just, like, sat there, waited for the Spike Carapace, and gave Ajit the kill. And he gets some extra gold.
I mean, clearly he just forgot his courier was coming, or he more like he got really greedy. He's like, surely they don't have any vision in this area, and I'll just get my courier and it'll be fine.
Oh, you mean the other courier was sent? I thought you were talking about the raiding courier.
No, the dire courier walked in and gave away his position. That's why they put down the sentry.
I saw the radiant courier coming, and I thought you meant he was going to snipe it or something, and of course they did shield it. I got really confused for a moment there. Poor Nyx assassin. Gotta remember about your courier.
He erred.
Indeed. Well, it's a 2K lead now. Clutch Gamers, I'm surprised they don't have a bigger lead considering how they've gotten some of these towers. They've taken some of these fights. But they now have the Elder Dragon form that he just used. They also have the Jakiro coming in. And then they're going to have maybe Ajit on the back lines, like you mentioned earlier, trying to find these kills. RR in the trees. This is a dangerous position for him to be in. Maybe going to try to cancel some TBs if they defend bottom. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's just so hard for Morphling to have an impact if they were like going to try and defend this.
Yeah, he doesn't really, he's got no items. He doesn't do anything. Meanwhile, Ajit has an Arcane Rune. Jamesy is going to get caught with a Shadow Blade. This is not an easy kill, especially with Ghost Ship coming out. Ajit will avoid it. They will find the kill elsewhere.
Cancel the TP of Skylark top.
Okay, so we were correct in that assumption. And now Skylark might die. Waveform coming in. They need like 3 auto attacks. Good Ice Path, though. They actually turned into the Omni Knight with the Morph to try to get the Purification kill off. They couldn't find it. And now they're coming back in. In fact, Ajit, he actually got the kill.
Creep.
That's insane.
Range creep before he died.
That's insane. Now RR is the one that is in trouble. He's going to get repelled, though. Good steal from Skemberloo. Good morph, rather.
Yeah, very nice.
But still a pretty good fight overall. Now is a 4K lead for Clutch Gamers instead of the 2K lead that was earlier.
Piracy is not stealing.
No. That's true. You're right, actually. They had all of those warnings on the DVDs early on in like the Millennium, but they're all lies, obviously. Is it illegal to download a car? Like, what?
You wouldn't download an Omni Knight.
Yeah.
Hell, I can tell you he will.
So who's the real thief? Morphling or Rubik? Probably Rubik.
Time robs us all, man.
Okay. You're getting real deep.
Boombox in trouble.
Yeah, Boombox is getting chased down by a Nyx assassin, although he thinks better of it, considering he doesn't know where the rest of the team is, although they actually have some really good wards.
Go to Naga. No. So close.
RR.
That would have been the Spirit Vessel.
Nope. He tries to get the courier a second time, can't find it. By the way, they have some really good wards for the Dire. I mean, like, pretty insanely good wards. They were placed a while ago, though. Like, really deep
Yeah, that's
vision.
shocking versus a Slark.
Right.
He just, like, hasn't been in that area.
He's been in the enemy jungle and, like, mid lane for the rest of the game. Like, that's really what he's been doing. But now they're going to rotate bottom. They're going to run on top of a ward, but that, of course, is not a sentry. This is a very dangerous fight. Aggr actually comes out of the Shadow Blade trying to find the courier. He can't actually get it. Rior gets a good steal with the pounce. They're going to turn their attention to Nyx Assassin instead. He does have the Vendetta, and he's going to use it. Meanwhile, Gabby finds Rior on the back lines, but RR is dead. It looks like Purification, Ice Path. They actually don't have the detection, but they're going to be killing anyways with the Dark Pack damage from Slark, so. All right. I mean, it just continues. It's the Slark. You're a Nyx Assassin, and you're dead. It's not fun.
Can we appreciate the glyph, the shield used on that courier? I don't know how they saved that in time from that invisible Slark.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. They had the sentry like right here.
But still, that was like mid-attack animation.
He like came in like here. The courier was like here, and they somehow got it off in time.
So close.
Yeah, that should have died. You're right. It's pretty insane.
Very impressive.
You got some quick fingers. Your courier hotkey that R button. Spam that thing. All right, Morphling has his Lincoln Sphere now. That's something. He needs a lot more though.
He could use some damage.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I mean, that's Morphling.
I mean, if they can somehow hold out for long enough, he certainly will be a critical juncture of this team, or excuse me, of this team for Taskus Titans. But
dude, Dragon Knight's so good.
Yes, agreed.
What a quality hero.
It doesn't help that he's like 2k HP with just a BKB and shreds, and like a million armor. And he just hits like a truck on a tower when he has his Elder Dragon form. Look at Gabby. Gabby's also done a really good job playing the hero. He's found a lot of good kills. The Shadow Blade has come into really good use. He's working on a Bloodthorn now, at least the start of one with the Orchid coming out. Yol is in very deep. That was aggressive. He wanted to get the Liquid Fire off. You know he did. He's sitting here. He's like, I just need to hit my E button once. And then he realizes, I don't have a creep wave. I'm dead. Never fun. And also his team left him.
Our little Nyx Assassin's been having a pretty rough game.
Yes.
He's not that far behind the Omni, but it's just so hard to have a really good impact, I think. Like, well, number one, the Radiant have been very good about detection, especially because they have a Slark. So there's been a couple times where like they know that he's there or something, or they just drop a sentry and they're like, oh, yep, it was an Assassin.
Like, Aggr just ran by like 2 wards. He pinged like both of them. So yeah, the Slark, that just gives you an indication of how good that hero is against, you know, vision and sentries. Gabby is going to walk into a sentry. This is a huge kill if they can find it. And they should be able to. Ghost Ship, Impale, Fade Bolt, all of the spells used. And that will secure a mega kill spree. And now RR is right back up there, baby. He's rich. He's right there with that Omni Knight. And he's like, I want this Yules. I want this Blink Dagger. Let's do it.
I'm not sure how I would make myself relevant in this game as Nyx.
I know how you made yourself relevant in your game that we were playing earlier. Well, you were already relevant. I don't want to make it sound like you weren't, but listen, I'm not trying to flame you.
That game was a lot easier as Nyx because I just bought a Blink Dagger because they had an Ember, so I would just blink on them and Carapace.
Well, that's what you said at the end of the game too. The Vendetta unobstructed vision or pathing is kind of insane. And I'm not saying like you need to get to that point as the next in this game to win, but still.
Get to 25. Easy task.
See, that Midas I talked about earlier, that would have been that's the item that you need to get.
There are definitely some moments, like against Dragon Knight ulti, if he had the Blink Dagger, like you can kind of stun at those perfect moments by using the Carapace. And it's a really long stun. Like 2.4 seconds is kind of crazy.
Yeah. You should be able to combo it up with the other abilities that you have on your team.
Yeah.
The one issue I'm kind of seeing, you're talking about the Nyx. I'm kind of curious. Well, hold that thought. I want to talk about this, but there's probably a fight that's about to break out currently. Impale misses. Skylark dodges swiftly because he has a sentry, but they do find the Ghost Ship, and he's still in trouble. Good song. Nice song counter initiation, but that's Gabby's BKB, and Skylark is in a lot of trouble, actually, and he's just dead. So that song doesn't really do anything, and now this Kunkka is very tanky, and they're trying to go on him with the Ghost Ship run. It's not really working out. Jesus Christ, there's some freaking bug that just swarmed down in my face. Oh, God. 2 kills going the way of Taskus Titans. There's Moth. It just hit me in the fucking face. You fucking piece of shit, Moth. God damn it. Get out of here. Get out. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, guys. Double kill from Skimberloo. It literally freaking flew into my face. My God. All right, what happened there? They tried going in the Kunkka. They did get the kill inevitably, but they used the BKB during the Song of the Siren, which was maybe not the best idea. They didn't have nearly enough damage to kill the Kunkka, and that was that.
It was not the beautiful synergy of the song that you expect.
Yeah.
Or you hope for when you go for this draft. And then you got attacked by a moth, apparently.
Yeah, the moth is still flying around, and I'm not sure what to do about it. I hate bugs to begin with. The fact that it hit me in the face is all the less great. But we're gonna take a second, breathe, and get back into it. So in spite of that fight not really going well, I think they're still in a really good spot. Clutch Gamers are, but you can see the potential is there for Taskus Titans. The Morphling has his Ethereal Blade in like 100 gold, which is a gigantic item.
Yeah, he'll still be suffering from a lot of the same problems that the Nyx Assassin was, where these are some relatively tanky heroes on the Radiant side. I mean, you look at Naga, it's like 1400 HP. I think the lowest is actually Slark and Jakiro, respectively.
Yeah, that's actually kind of surprising. The Jakiro, not so much. The Slark, 1300 HP, not the best. What is he working on next? He has the Echo Saber already. He's looking for BKB. I'm not surprised. I actually kind of am surprised that he didn't get it before the Echo Saber, but I guess it's just such an early game item. You want to get Echo Saber first and not worry about the BKB until later. I guess he didn't really need it till now anyways. But now this is the big item timing for Taskus Titans, the Ethereal Blade. If they want to contest, this might be their best situation, best chance to do so, but there's no vision over here for the Dire team. They have no idea what's happening in terms of where they are on the map. And this will probably just go straight to Clutch Gamers, especially because Gabby has a double damage rune.
Yeah. They probably could have went for it a little bit earlier, but I think once the DD comes up, it's just instantaneous. Like, all right, excellent. We can actually just get Roche now. And they really needed this because they've kind of been controlling the whole map this game.
They're going to get it. Do they fight into this anyway? They spell Steel Skylark. That's a purification. Gabby's going to get dusted. Rage of Potato's like, oh my god, run. DK actually is going to get turned on. Of course, they're going to try to song. That song, not the best. A good effort, but it's not going to find anything for them, and this moth is still flying around. I swear to God, you piece of garbage. Get the fuck out of here.
Tell him, buddy. That is an Orchid Dragonite.
Yeah. That's huge. He was building it a while ago. I was surprised he still went for it.
Yeah, that seems like one of those things that you click on and you're like, yeah, I could like make an Orchid work this game, and then you're like, nah, I'll just buy normal items.
I mean, I like it because, you build into the Bloodthorn. That item's super good on pretty much any hero, especially like somebody like DK. But now he's gonna go for the Doom build. He's doing Orchid Nullifier, which is pretty great.
And it's pretty hard for them to one-shot kill him before BKB. They got him that one-time top, but he's even tankier now. So, and obviously he's an Aegis, but yeah, I can see this working.
Yeah, I'm a fan. They have a 2K lead. He's the top net worth hero in the game. He gets a Nullifier, Bloodthorn. The amount of damage he does is insane. They just take like 2 fights. They can just win with it. I think they would like to get something done with this Aegis, considering that they are ahead and they have decent map control. So they are going to smoke. Bimbo is not the target they want, but they're going to find him anyway. Man, he is way up there. He just gave his life for the team.
Yeah. So I guess Gabby's thought process then is that he can be invis, use the Orchid to pop the Lincolns, and then go for the stun, or vice versa. It depends on who's around him. Probably stun into Orchid.
Stun Orchid, yeah, I was going to say. You get the Nullifier. You can even, you get the Nullifier off after, and you kill the Morphling, essentially.
Although if you stun Orchid him, he can just E-Blade himself.
That's true. That's a good point. The stun, if you want to have it, it's a long duration stun, 3.25 seconds. It's hard to kind of downplay that. What is the Morphling going to get next, though? Manta Style? Against, he actually must know that the Orchid is out, and he's going to have to deal with it. And it's also just not a bad item against a Slark, either. They found Rior. He does have a Ghost Scepter. He decided not to use it. He got Orchid it anyway. This is exactly what they wanted, though. They get a kill. They work on the Tier 2 tower. They might lose their Tier 2 tower top because Skemberlu does so much damn damage. In fact, they're going to get it just fine, I think. And it's going to be kind of a trade. And actually, it's not really going that well for Gabby. still taking a while to get this building.
Yeah, Kunga just keeps annihilating creep waves with the crit.
Does he have Daedalus yet? He does. So blink Daedalus for the Kunkka.
Yeah, the X marking. Very annoying.
Yeah. And we're going to get to that point in this game where you have a Kunkka with Daedalus, maybe even like a Rapier at some point. You have the Morphling with all of these items. And they can man-fight pretty effectively, you know? As long as they can somehow catch the Slark, they can blow him up. The issue is, of course, he has a BKB. So, yeah, I mean, actually, the net worth lead is now slightly in favor of Taskus Titans, which is pretty surprising. All it took was that one fight where the Moth attacked. They win the fight. The Moth does not win his fight against me, and they are able to take the lead.
Is the fight over? Is it still ongoing?
Oh, it's still ongoing, baby. Yeah. I got to turn on some extra lights, but I don't want to leave. You know, I don't want to get up because we're casting a Dota game, so I'll do it after this game. I think he's swarming around the one floodlight that we have. You know, we use like 3 of them. I turned one of them on because we're not on camera.
Right.
So that'll be taken care of at a later date. Later time.
Thank you for the update.
Yes, it's
on
important.
Your Moth status. Yeah.
Oh, God, there's been animals all over the house. It's an issue. Anyway. All right. We have a gem.
Time to find out if our Morphling will be too big to fall. That is kind of the point we're at here, I think.
He's the level 20. He didn't get the level 20 talent yet. He's holding on. Now he does. Waveform attacks targets. Pretty good stuff.
He's going through his team. Like, is there anything worth grabbing here? Like, not really.
No, I don't think so. Really nothing at all, actually.
No. I mean, you could, like, put Edict on yourself. That'd be kind of cool.
It's a nice meme.
Yeah.
Could he do, like, he could try for an Ethereal Blade combo of some sort with, like, I don't know, a Fade Bolt or something, but who cares about that?
Dick Fade Bolt, dude.
Yeah, you really zapped me there, bud.
Dang.
You know, you really got me. Extra 100 damage or something. Great stuff, guys. No, the waveform attacks targets way better in this situation.
I will say there's certainly the threat of the Naga song still. Like, they could just catch 2 or 3 heroes and instantly win the game. It's the Radiant.
There's no BKB or Magic Immunity for the Dire team unless they steal Repel. So, like, trying to deal with them when the Naga song comes out is pretty impossible. And there's also a Blink Dagger, too, for Naga, which I didn't even notice. So that's even bigger.
Yeah, she needed that mobility to make this kind of work. Force Staff or Blink, both very good. And are they going to spot Bimbo? Because he doesn't have buyback.
Yeah, he does have a Yules. He's working on the Aeon disc. It looks like he's safe for now. You know, he might actually make it out of here alive. Yeah, he's just going to hold on. He does have a TP in 5 seconds. It's always it's like the scariest timing. Your TP's off or on cooldown. There's an enemy team 5 meters away from you. You're thinking, I'm going to die. And he cuts the wave again. You know, that's perfect. Keep this bottom lane pushed out as best as possible. The Morphling deals with top. And you're kind of starting to lose, maybe not necessarily your map control, but you're not really where you want to be right now for Clutch Gamers. You would like to have taken a tier 3 tower already with a DK. They haven't done damage to a single one yet, so.
Yeah, now that Nyx has, like, some real threats going on, like with the help of his Morphling and the Kunkka is so scary with the Daedalus and now the extra Chrysalis as well, they don't want to ever be alone. They just want to be 5-man all the time as the Radiant team, so they can't be picked off, but that's creating a net worth gap where they're still split pushing on the side lanes with the Morphling or the Leshrac or the Kunkka, and so it's going to slowly start creeping their way. And now roaming on through here with the gem.
Yep. The big gem. They both do have a gem. Ajit's carrying the other one. Probably the best hero to do it for Clutch Gamers. He is going to get rooted by a Dark Prowler Shaman, or Ancient Prowler Shaman, whatever the hell it's called. But it looks like for now, they're just going to D-ward real quick for the Dire, for Taskus Titans. Kind of sort of got both teams on one side of the map. You know. Yeah, this Morphling's getting bigger and bigger as the days go by, as the moments go by. 34 minutes into the game, it is a BKB now picked up with a Manta Style shortly on the way here for Skemberloo. And, of course, they continue to push, and really the split push has done a great job.
Yeah, it's slowed down a lot. I mean, this is a Slark with a 10-second BKB and 4,200 gold. That kind of tells the story, you know? It's slow going.
Yeah. They will find a kill, though. I mean, that's something.
Yeah, they're trying to kill Yol top as well with the Spirit Vessel.
Oh, yeah, he should be dead. That was a pretty dang juke, though. He's dead anyway, it looks like. Dual breath stolen. Rior throws his own medicine right back at him.
It's like the last spell he wanted.
He's
So
like, give
nice
me
job by
Ice
Yul.
Path. Give
Yeah.
me Ice Path that doesn't happen. Or even Macro Pyre for that matter. Nope.
I would actually rather give Macropire than Ice Path. I'm sure most Sekiro players would, but it's just kind of funny to think of it that way. This Ice Path on Rubik is just, whew, GG.
I have this instant cast disable that goes for 1,000,000 yards.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Yes. Ags is almost done for the Naga Siren, so some regen for these fights. So she'll probably have to hold on to her Naga Siren song a little more defensively if she wants to use it for the regen purposes. And Roche is back up. That was actually felt like a pretty quick Roche respawn, right? Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. And then Cheese, very good for someone like Morphling. So they would not mind getting their hands on this one. What about our vision game here? Only really ward they only see here for the Dire. Radiant team, no wards, so yeah. We don't see a whole lot.
It's a dangerous time for both of these teams, which is exactly why Clutch Gamers are going to smoke up, try to get some vision down. More importantly, maybe find a kill with it. And they might actually. Ajit's really far up, and he's going to find Rior.
This would be a good song.
Good telekinesis, but the Dark Pact is there immediately. Rior should die. One more auto attack. He's not dead yet for some reason. I'm not sure what happened. I think he had a Ghost Scepter, actually, was what they ended up having to deal with. Nullifier plus the Orchid, but they song. They're going to try to find an Ice Path. They'll cancel it. Kunkka is dead. Macro Pyre, all of these abilities stacked together. It turns it around, and now they're diving into 2-3. There's no buyback. Skimberlu's forced his BKB. He goes for the Omni Knight, interestingly enough. They're going to try to find R, but he blinks away. Ethereal Blade coming out. Yol gets Purification. He's surviving for now. The Spear Vessel will heal him back up, but Gabby, Elder Dragon form is still for another, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds at least. And again, there's no buyback. And just like that, the game might even be over.
Yeah, they just dodged around the Morphling. He did absolutely nothing in that fight. He copied the Omni, repelled himself, and then his Lincolns got popped by the net from the Naga Siren, and he just, I don't know, he felt like he couldn't get anything done. Repel just not the same as a second BKB there.
Yeah. He could have used the BKB, but he had to wait. I mean, he didn't use it till the end of the fight. So they just take a full set of racks. Great song setup at the later end of that fight into the Ice Path. Kunkka needed like a BKB or something. He's trying to get double Daedalus, so he just dies instantly, especially when the Ghost Ship is down, the Rum's down. It's not game yet. It's a 5K lead, but that's pretty backbreaking for Taskus Titans. It's pretty rough.
Well, at least they're all back up.
Yeah.
We're going to have the Lotus Orb for the next assassin, eh?
Boom. That's something. Yeah, they just kind of got run at in that fight. Once Rior was dead, they had to all back up. They're fighting at a choke point where they don't really want to fight, you know, with Macro Pyre and all that stuff up. That is a scythe
It's a
for
weird
Skylark.
Lotus Orb.
That's true. Maybe against Dragon Tail and Net, I guess.
And the Orchid, the Nullifier.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. I don't know. Just like he's got to be really defensive with. Like he's basically just waiting to make sure. I guess because the whole game rides on Skemberlu, and so he's just like, look, I got to make sure that no matter what. But like, is a Lotus Orb really gonna do that much difference after you already have Manta and BKB and probably Morph Omni? I'm not sure. But what else are you gonna buy on Nyx, honestly?
Yeah, that's the question I was gonna just ask.
It was either this or a Yule's, so at least the Yule's, maybe you can get some controlling elements on your enemies or dispel yourself. This you can save more important allies
You
than
could
yourself.
always try to get a scythe, but you're so far behind that'll probably never happen.
Yeah.
You know, I think you're right. I don't think there's anything else you could have gotten in that situation. Speaking of the scythe, they got one on Skylark. Ajit knows there's a ward there. This is aggressive. Good Dark Pact timing, though. He has Aegis, so he's not that concerned. He doesn't want to lose it for free.
They're just ignoring the Morphling.
Aeon just comes out. That's the Aegis gone, actually. Skimberlu blows him up. Gabi's getting low, too. Gabi, excuse me. He does have the cheese. Skylark gets off the GA. And that was the best that they could have gotten at the beginning of that fight. But now the regen comes out. Skimberlu has to BKB. The GA was still going. Yeah, the 5-man song was pretty brutal. Nullifier now out onto RR. Gets repelled for the time being, but the Morphling is trying to do it all on his own. They've only gotten one kill as Yul, and Ajit is essence shifting his life away and killing Skimberlu along with Gabi, just blowing bombs at him with the Elder Dragon form. A triple kill onto Gabi.
I believe DK was up to 48 armor at one point during that fight, thanks to Slower Crestman Boombox, so that was pretty solid.
Oh, no,
I saw this Morphling just right-clicking out, and I'm like, That is no damage.
That's not. Yeah, that's not the play.
It's
Well,
like, this is a 330 right-clicking Morphling, and his health wasn't moving.
you know, that's a good point. They had no way of dealing with the armor issue on the DK at any point in time. Like, what item did they have to do with that? Nothing. So the DK just had an amazing game. 11, 2, and 7, 569 GPM, which is pretty great. Damage, 17,000. Highest in the, well, second highest on his team, as Aji was the highest. You know, I don't know. That one fight where the Morphling just ran from everybody, you know, when Ryo died at the beginning of it, it just felt like, okay, what is this hero actually doing? And in that last fight, too, it's the same thing. What is the Morphling actually doing in that situation? Not much.
That was a draft with direction.
Yes. You're absolutely right.
Indeed.
They had an idea. Clutch Gamers execute that idea. It takes them maybe a little bit longer than they would have liked to. They had a pretty good start. They kind of faltered sort of in the mid game. Not really. They didn't really lose the lead that much. And they'll take the game 1 win. So that's it for this first game. Game 2's right around the corner. I'm going to have to deal with my moth issue real quick. So we'll get into the next lobby and get things going in just a second. Stick around, guys.